The stretcher. How much do you have now? All up to Cheryl. I wonder if it was I was what is this? What is this? Do this? I'll teach you all of it. I'll go out of bounds. 50 minutes.
to go. Now is the time to go. Hurry, hurry. First time in this area. See the effects of the atom bomb. See the remains of $1 million city built on the sands of Nevada's desert to test the effects of the atomic bomb. See $20,000 wooden frame houses filled with plaster mannequins blown to bits. See the very high temperatures attained in the explosion of an atomic bomb initially approaching that of the sun's interior. See the energy released by the atomic bomb, which was equivalent to that produced by the explosion of 20,000 tons of TNT. This corresponds approximately to the energy of the atomic bombs dropped over Japan. See charts which will explain thermal radiation or heat rays and nuclear radiation consisting of gamma rays and neutrons. See these tremendous findings together with a detailed study of existing structures and ruins selected at various radar from ground zero. Hurry, hurry, now is the time to go, now is the good time to go. See photographs, charts of the actual mannequins and cars used in this extraordinary test. See floor glaze and roof paint, broken cars reduced to shreds. have been closely guarded for the past 20 years. See, what was once American family and domestic contentment is now chaos and confusion, disfigurement and death. See, the large amount of thermal radiation, which is capable of causing physiological damage due to burns in human beings and animals, as well as fires in combustible structures directly exposed to the heat rays. Nuclear radiation can also produce harmful effects depending upon the quantity of radiation absorbed, determined largely by the distance from the explosion. If the amount is great, the consequences will be fatal. See the remains of an atomic city. Hurry, hurry, first time in...
Those speculatively inclined then ought to picture the world after an all-out nuclear war with extreme all-out contamination, not as a planet inhabited only by lower forms of plant life immune to radioactivity, but as a world with expanding populations and perhaps thriving economies in South America, South Africa, Indonesia, Australia, and New Zealand, where the peoples of different races, languages, religions, and ideological differences would at last be at peace with one another. Pressure phase of a shock wave acting on the body so as to cause injury of the lungs, stomach, intestines, and eardrums, and internal hemorrhage. More important than the primary blast injuries are the indirect or secondary effects due to collapsing buildings and to timber and other debris flung about and by the blast wave. Persons are injured by flying objects, crushed or buried under buildings, and thrown against fixed structures. Blast fragments penetrated up to an inch beneath the skin. If a person has been dangerously irradiated by the gamma rays, their effect upon your system will manifest itself in a few days. First, your white corpuscles will decline, thus making you very susceptible to any infection you may have picked up from a major or minor cut during the blast, or to any internal infection which may be generating within you. Radiation also destroys your machinery for regenerating red blood corpuscles. It affects your reproductive system, causes miscarriages in women, and severely affects your bone marrow and the ability of your... And so then, not so soon, it squeezes under the gigantic switchboard, with the shock blast or wind is stronger than 180 miles per hour in the first few seconds. The blast from a bomb of this energy almost severely damages everything but large, massive buildings up to 3 miles. The range of destruction is proportional to the cube root of a bomb. The photographs, charts, and the actual mannequins and cars used in this extraordinary test. See how the complex evolutionary process of man could be halted in a single moment. See floor joists and roof beams buckled and broken, cars reduced to shredded bits. See U.S. top secrets which have been closely guarded for the past 20 years. See what was once a mannequin family and domestic contentment is now chaos and confusion, disfigurement and death. See the remains of an atomic city.